Welcome to the BoldSign API tutorial. In this video, I'll show you how to pre-fill form fields after sending the document using the BoldSign .NET SDK. You'll learn how to pre-fill form fields in a sent document, look at the supported field types you can pre-fill, and the keynotes when using this feature. If you're new to BoldSign, check out our Getting Started videos linked in the description below. Prefill form fields allows you to assign values to the form fields in the document before or after sending it to the signers. You can prefill the form fields with the data collected from the signer or from any other source. Supported fields include text boxes, checkboxes, radio buttons, editable date fields, drop-downs, and image fields. In this scenario, I'll show you how to prefill form fields after sending the document for signature. Imagine you're preparing an onboarding document and want certain required fields completed ahead of time so the signer doesn't have to enter that information themselves. With the Prefill Fields feature, you can fill in those details before the document is signed. This allows the signer to simply review the information and sign, saving time and reducing errors. Alright, let's dive in and I'll show you how to do that. Make sure you have .NET 7 or higher installed. You can install the BoldSign .NET SDK using NuGet package. To install the package, run this command in your terminal. Since I have already installed the .NET SDK, I confirm the setup by running this command, which displays the version installed in my project directory. As you can see, the package is installed and ready to go. To prefill any field, you first need its unique form field ID, which tells BoldSign exactly which fields should be updated. You can get this ID in two ways: by assigning your own custom IDs when sending the document, giving you predictable identifiers for fields you plan to pre-fill, or by retrieving the automatically generated IDs using the Document Properties API, which returns a complete list of every form field in the document along with the IDs BoldSign created for them. In my case, I'll use the custom IDs. I navigate to the developer documentation, copy the .NET code snippet for pre-filling the form fields, and paste it into a newly created file. Next, I update the code. In the API client, I begin by setting the API key to connect with the BoldSign services. If you haven't generated an API key yet, you can do so by logging into the BoldSign web app, navigating to the API menu, selecting API key, and creating a new key. The document client object is used to perform operations related to documents, such as sending, retrieving, or managing them. I create the document client instance by passing the API client to it. I then create a prefill field request object by passing the document ID of the document whose fields I need to prefill. To retrieve the document ID, I go to the BoldSign web app, navigate to the document section, select My Documents, choose the document I want to prefill, and copy the document ID into my script. The document already contains a text box field and an editable date field. These fields are normally meant to be completed by signers, but in this case, I want to prefill them so that the signers only need to review and sign the document. To do this, I first specify the text box field ID that was assigned earlier when the document was created, and I set the value I want to appear inside the document. Next, I specify the editable date field ID, also assigned during document creation, and provide a date value. This date must match the exact format that was configured in the document or template. In the document client, I call the prefill fields method by passing the prefill field request object I created earlier. Once everything is set up, I run the script and the fields are successfully prefilled. Next, I switch to the signer side to see how the pre-filled form fields appear. I receive an email asking me to sign the document. I click Review and Sign to open the signing page, where I accept the terms and conditions. The text box already contains the value I set, and the editable date field is populated with the correct date. After reviewing the pre-filled information, I add my signature and click Finish to complete the signing process. Please note, revoked, declined, expired, or completed documents cannot be pre-filled. Only in-progress documents can be pre-filled. Pre-filling is not allowed if the signer assigned to those fields has already signed. That's it. You've just learned how to pre-fill form fields in a sent document. Look at the supported field types you can pre-fill and understand the keynotes when using this feature. If this tutorial was helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more BoldSign API tutorials. Thanks for watching.